There are moments when nothing is working. No matter how hard you try, you still feel stuck. The weight feels heavy, your mind feels tired, and your spirit just doesn't have it. And in those moments, you reach for something, not to escape, but just to hold on. For me, that's always been music. Because sometimes it is not a conversation, it's not advice. Sometimes it's one song, one lyric, one moment that reminds you you're still here and you're not done yet. I did a segment called Music Heals, and I talked just a little bit about how much I love music and how music came through for me at a certain time. So today, I wanted to do a part two of that for a couple reasons. One, because the last month, I don't know because of the way the world is and the way the energy is right now, but the last month has been hard, y'all. Just kind of mentally and, just trying to get goals accomplished. And I think part of that, as you try to manifest those things, right? Things get in the way, obstacles, setbacks, things like that. And I felt like the last month has just been full of those things. So if you feel in that, if that's what it's been for you for the last month, hit the comment, put a comment. Yeah, I felt that, Mr. Adam. I felt the same thing. And I think part of what I wanted to do today is that in these last few weeks, beyond the people who love me, my community who always reach out and things like that, music has played a big part of just kind of getting me through that. And I really do mean that. I shared in that last Friday transformation segment of Music Heals that music is my love language. It's one of the things that I use to share with others, to uplift, to send a message. And as I was going through these things for the last month, I really reached out to different music that really touched me and really inspired me. But I want to share a little story of just kind of last week and a song that really hit me. And you just never know when you play a song, what you're going to get from it. Sometimes you just get a jam, right? And you just jam out, which is totally cool. But other times it resonates something in you, whether it reminds you of someone or whether it just kind of touches you in a way where you like, man, I needed that song. I think part of it last week as I was going through some different emotions and blockages, as we say, there was a song that just really like pressed a reset on me. Me and Coach Mike James did a video called, pressing reset on things that don't serve us. And this song is actually connected to a movie, and it's an amazing movie. And I think part of it is there's the song, and then there's this movie, and this movie has everything: music, love, family, hardship, um, moments of defeat, moments of victory, and just all around amazing soundtrack. And this movie is called The Five Heartbeats, directed by Robert Townsend. Amazing director. And The Five Heartbeats is a movie about a group, R&B group back in the day, 60s. Um, and one of their major songs was Nothing But Love. I got nothing but love for you. Amazing movie. Check it out. But in the movie, there's a character by the name of Eddie Kane Jr. I'm sorry. And Eddie Kane Jr. was the lead singer of the group. And if you haven't seen this movie, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to spoil it for you. But even if I share this, it's still worth to go see this movie because it's just a great movie. And Eddie Kane Jr. was the lead singer of this group, right? And while he was in this group, he personified the confidence of a lead singer and maybe got overpowered by the fame and such. Eddie Kane Jr. unfortunately started drinking and drinking heavy, and unfortunately got kicked out of the group. And throughout the movie, there's bits and pieces of Eddie Kane Jr. that pops up, right? But one of his lowest moments is that the Five Heartbeats are just like selling everywhere. And Eddie Kane Jr. comes to their concert where all the fans are in the back of the building, and he is drunk. My man is drunk. He got his old outfit on with a trench coat, just looking a hot mess, to be honest, right? And you feel for Eddie Kane because of his potential, the way he sang. You felt for him. And it was really Eddie Kane Jr.'s defined moment of the movie, if you ask me. He hit his lowest at that point. He not only saw his friends he built this group with who became successful, he also saw the person they replaced them with in the success as well. And I think sometimes as we go through life, we need that mirror to look at, right? To remind us. And sometimes it's not the mirror we grab ourselves and put to ourselves. It's a mirror someone brings to you. And sometimes they don't even ask you if they could bring this mirror to you. So I refer to it as a Eddie Kane Jr. moment, right? Like, just an Eddie Kane Jr. moment. And the great thing about the movie, towards the end of the movie, as the band gets older and music starts to dip and just become family and, music's not the main part of their lives. There's a part where the individual who brought the group together goes to a church to visit one of the old band members who is now a preacher and holding their own church. And a song comes on and someone is singing it. And when the camera pans to who's singing it, it's Eddie Kane Jr. And talk about a song. The song is called I Feel Like Going On. Amazing song. And in the movie, Eddie Kane and his missus, they sang that. They sang the shit out that song, excuse my language. They just did. You just feel it. And Eddie Kane, the actor who played Eddie Kane Jr., just really portrayed that emotion so well. And you channeled it. And I want to say last week, not in the magnitude of Eddie Kane Jr. and the things he was going through, right? He was drinking, he was abusing his body mentally, physically, in many ways. And in saying that, for me, that Eddie Kane Jr. moment for me was just kind of trying to accomplish goals, right? Trying to make things happen, trying to help heal people, right? And my wife last week, while I was just kind of like getting my morning started, she sent me a song from the Five Heartbeat soundtrack. It wasn't the song that I'm speaking of, but it was part of the soundtrack. And when I get my cleaning on, I love putting on music. So I jammed out, put the soundtrack on, and it played song after song. And then it got to the end, and the song "I Feel Like Going On" came on. And I'm telling y'all, this is just vulnerability here and full honesty. Man, it hit me. I played that damn song 8 times in a row, back to back, while I was cleaning. And part of like I think individuals and how they hold things, and what I mean by hold things, emotion, pain, past grief, um, maybe just a little bit of just confusion that they hold. And some people are really great at releasing that through tears, right? Like they'll let it out, they'll have a good ass cry, and they feel better. And for me, it took me a long time to resonate with crying. It wasn't something I usually did, right? It wasn't something that came naturally to me. It took more energy for me to cry more than anything else. But maybe, obviously, after my mother transitioned during COVID, I've learned to tap into that and cry. And I want to say that when I was listening to the song and I was going through it each time, there was each parts of the verses, each part of the lyrics that really impacted me in that moment, that really resonated for me, right? Because it's so easy, y'all. It is so easy to give up on the things you want to do. It is so easy to just become complacent and lower your bar, and for me, I really try to stay away from that. And, as I was listening to this song over and over and over, and I'm thinking of Eddie Kane Jr. in the movie, um, there's just a part of the song where it just says, I feel like going on. I'm going to go on. And you could take those lyrics in any way. Some individuals who might be in the space of feeling alone, not enjoying the world, and maybe not wanting to be here. It's an amazing song to listen to. I would recommend it. But in general, if you love gospel music, it is definitely in that space of genre, and it improves the test of time because the song just smacks, if you ask me. So, for this Friday transformation, I know I'm slowing it down, and usually I'm geeked up and all that good stuff. But For this Friday transformation, I wanted to go slow so we can go fast. Before you get those self-care moments, maybe there's a song you could play to kind of get you set for the weekend. Maybe you need a song to play because maybe you feel like you're having your Eddie Kane Jr. moment, whatever that is for you, right? Because in the movie, Eddie Kane Jr. hit his lowest. He hit his lowest. And, as humans, when you hit your lowest, um, there's moments where you almost at yourself kind of count yourself out. Like you're like, what's the ratio here for me to actually make this happen, right? And I think part of that with the Eddie Kane Jr. moment and what he went through in the Five Heartbeats movie, kind of what I'm speaking to, it's the power of music, y'all. It's the power of music that heals. And there is a genre that just does that to the fullest. And I mean, like every day, all day, every day. And that's gospel music, y'all. And I have a fond love for gospel music in my own right. But when I listen to I Feel Like Going On, as much as it lives in a gospel lane, man, I think I hear it in a whole different way. I think of different situations. I think of people. I think of individuals who felt so alone that they left this world before they needed to, and how that song can easily change a perspective. Easy to give up when everything feels heavy, when nothing is moving, when nothing is working, when you start questioning if any of this is even worth it. But sometimes you don't need all the answers. Sometimes you just need a reminder that you're still here, that you made it through before, and that you're gonna do it again. So before you move on, find your song. Let it meet you where you are. Let it remind you to keep going. And when that moment hits, don't ignore it. Don't push it away. Sit in it. Feel it. Use it. Because you're not done yet. And you're not alone. So the real question is, who's helping you heal?